for your financial future in retirement often invokes fear and anxiety for many people. That's why I'm joined today by PJ Denuzzo, founder and president of Denuzzo Private Wealth and Denuzzo Wealth Management. He has served his clients for decades as a wealth advisor and has a passion for helping people get to and through investing for retirement with peace of mind. Now, PJ has captured his 30 plus years of experience in his recent book, The 7 Keys to Investing Success. PJ, thanks for joining me today, and I want to ask you about your book. Why did you write The 7 Keys to Investing Success?
Yes, thank you, Melanie. Thanks for having me on today. Yeah, the purpose, the genesis of my reason for writing my book was the horrendous experience that my father had that actually shortened his life, in my mind, by decades because of the financial stress that he was under. I decided a long time ago, actually decades ago, that if he had financial advice anywhere near the type of advice that we provide at Denuzzo Wealth Management and or any of my similar peers in the industry who I'm friends with, that he would have lived a much longer lifetime. There's nothing worse, arguably, that can affect your health, and being under stress and a maximum amount of stress led to his early demise. So I really made it my life's calling. All I've ever wanted to do is help people. I wish I could have helped him, but I was determined to help everyone else that I could in life. I look at it as my life's calling. So I started off with family and friends and relatives and branched out from there. So it's really my desire to help everyone live what I refer to as their best life and to live as richly as possible. So that was my entire goal as far as why I've done this. One thing we look at our firm is that whenever an individual is going to retire, we refer to ourselves as the retirement specialists. And since we specialize in retirement, we like to meet individuals pre-retirement to be able to help them to plan to be as successful as possible. And at Denuzzo Wealth Management, we remind individuals that when they're retiring for the first time, and it's one time. Whereas a firm such as ourselves at Denuzzo Wealth Management, we've literally retired thousands of times. We've been through this thousands of times and can provide a tremendous amount of value.
PJ, that's a great point. And I love that you're sharing with us today your more than 30 years of experience with retirement and pre-retirement planning. And I know you've condensed your decades of wisdom regarding this challenge into your book. And since there is so much in your book, tell me, what specific tidbits of information do you really want readers to take away from your book?
Yes, the first key, and I have the 7 Keys to Investing Success is the name of my book, but there really are 2 keys that are in a tie for number 1, as I phrase it in the book. And the first key would be to have a plan. And I describe that in the book. There's hundreds and hundreds of pages describing on how to build a plan and how we do it and how we build our Denuzzo Financial Wellness Life Plan. But even if you can't build a full plan, at least to have some proactive thinking, even if you are younger, go to your plan sponsor, your plan administrator at Fidelity, Charles Schwab, or Vanguard, and make sure to ask them questions. Don't make decisions by yourself just in a vacuum, because the media is playing on your emotions. It can make you make bad decisions just by using those emotions. So have a plan. Again, I'm sharing 4 decades of my experience with you in my book. It'll give you a great bullet points and great direction on how to build a plan. And we've always talked that since we're the retirement specialists at Denuzzo Wealth Management, I've always looked at it to whenever you graduate college, you've got college loans. You may be by yourself, or you may be married. You get married, you're with a partner, and you don't know how you're going to make your rent payment, let alone your car payment, let alone paying off your college debt. But after a while, you get the hang of it, and you start to get your budget together, and then you start to realize, you look in the mirror and you say, what is my financial independence for me to be able to retire? And when you look in the mirror, you're looking at your retirement plan when you look in the mirror. So you decide through lumps and bruises that, okay, I need to save. Then you realize I need to grow. So you want to save money and then make it grow. So I've always used the analogy of, you figure out that you're playing a sport, you figure out that the sport is football, and you want to figure out how to get as good at football as possible. So you realize you want to eat more, you want to eat more protein, you want to lift weights, and you get big and strong. And then you recognize after a number of decades, you got really good at saving and growing, and you became an All-American football player. So a lot of people let their guard down a little bit as they're approaching retirement, thinking, hey, we're All-American football players here in our household. We got this thing licked for the rest of our lives. Then you get a big surprise as you get to the top of the mountain and you peer at the other side for the next 30 or 30 plus years, and you become an All-American football player, and you look at the other side of the mountain and everyone's playing tennis. Now you're this big bulked up football player. Everyone's running around chasing a tennis ball, You need to lose a lot of weight. You need to get more flexible. You need to be more adroit, more nimble, etc. So it's completely different. While you're working, it's about save and grow, save and grow. Once you're retired, it's about playing defense first. You need to protect this nest egg that you've acquired over your entire working career. And it's a complete change in methodology and mentality and your mental approach on how to solve for that solution.
And PJ, your book is The 7 Keys to Investing Success. And I know you said there's a tie for the number one takeaway in the book, and you just discussed having a plan is one of the most important. But I'm curious, what is the next equally important takeaway?
Yeah, the next equally important takeaway, the other one that's in a tie for first place, is to properly manage your emotions. By properly managing your emotions is going to be easily in a tie for number one. That's where most of the decisions are made, whenever individuals are basing their decisions off of typically fear or greed. And that's what the media plays to, is every article they write or everything that's online in social media is written from a base of either fear or greed. You'll make bad decisions if you don't have a plan. You know, we feel Denuso Wealth Management with our Denuso Financial Wellness Life Plan that by having a plan, there's a direct correlation with the stronger your plan is on one side, the less stress and emotions and anxiety and sleep that you lose on the other hand. Even if you can't develop a full plan, again, go and seek out the advice of one of the large providers across the country, at least have a conversation with them. Ideally, if you do have a delegator personality and you'd like to work with a firm, then look for a firm such as Denuso Wealth Management that specializes in planning first and foremost. And again, engage a great firm and you'll sleep a lot better over the rest of your life and through retirement, knowing that you're fully prepared and you have a world-class plan that can be updated on a daily basis by a firm such as ourselves.
So having a plan and managing emotions really go hand in hand. PJ, thanks so much for your time today and walking us through the key elements of your book.
Thank you very much.
And if you'd like more information about the book and PJ's firm, where they bring the elements of the book to life every day, visit denuso.com.